policemen, genuine policemen that are still alive, should come under the scheme. And I reckon that they will sanitize their data and continue to operate as a closed PFA.
When we compare what's been going on in Nigeria and other parts of the world, what is your assessment?
I think in the last 10 years, the Nigerian contributory scheme has done fairly well. We've not had any major fraud in this scheme. And the growth has been steady. We started with about 24 pension PFAs. That has come down to about 18 or 20 now. And generally, we have had 3 governments. Obasanjo's government started the scheme. Yar'Adua government came and sustained it. And then the good old Jonathan scheme, not only as the government sustained it, they've even added more by reviewing the law and addressing all those issues that the Pension Reform Act 2004 overlooked or did not take care of. So generally, when you compare Nigerian pension scheme with other countries in Africa, bearing in mind how long ago they started and the fact that we've just been on the scheme for 10 years, I think the performance is above average.
I understand that the World Pension Summit in The Hague will be coming up in a few months' time. What are your expectations from it?
World Pension Summit Africa Special, which took place in July, I think was an initiative of the National Pension Commission to create an atmosphere that will enable the whole pension operators around the world to come and see what we've done in 10 years. And secondly, to enable the Nigerian pension scheme be integrated into the Pension World Summit. So the normal Pension World Summit is coming up in The Hague in November, and that was an annual event. But from those 2 gentlemen that came, they said Abuja Special Summit would be an annual event. So the expectation for the one coming up in The Hague, they have the normal things that they will handle: global pension development, different pension practice from different regimes, and the way forward. What are the challenges that are becoming common across the nations? So I reckon that with the Abuja Summit done away with now, Nigeria will be able to go there. We already know how the conduct is, and we're likely to have quite a lot of benefits. Furthermore, I think it will also enable the operators to standardize their procedure. So we have a parameter now against which they can assess their performance. I think it's good. The quality of investment classes, the returns on those assets, and the risk criteria that they adopt on the part of the market. Number 2 are the employees themselves. Is the number growing? And those who are retiring under the scheme, the initial teething problem that we had, are they disappearing? Do we have many more people retiring under the scheme in a satisfactory manner? For instance, the federal government is conducting a verification exercise for all those employees of federal government that are retiring in 2015, to the extent that it will be easier, and the process of getting their gratuity and pension should be smoother than what it was 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And then the assessment of the National Pension Commission, they will be able to place them side by side with other pension commissions around the world to see whether they are regulating well, whether they are innovating well, and whether they are actually interrelating with other pension commissions around the world. So those parameters are there. But the one that are critical for employees is, number 1, when I retire, do I get my pension easily? The documentation and the program withdrawal and the annuity, all those things. And then the return on the asset. It's not just, everybody now knows that the asset is safe. But if my pension is 1.5 million in March and I'm contributing, I don't expect it to go down. The problem we had when the crash was there should not be repeated. So everybody will want to know. The investment classes are approved by PENCOM. So much percentage can be in the capital markets, so much percentage can be in the money market, and the role of the pension fund administrator, PFA, is to balance their portfolio. So the principal must be preserved, and that is why they've reduced the percentage that can be invested in capital market. Even when you invest in the capital market, you must invest in companies that have been seen to be paying dividends for the last 5 years. So you can't just go and invest in one company that they don't know what they are doing, and then suddenly the share price have come down, they don't pay dividend. So in terms of the impact is on the global economy, on the national economy. The fact that pension funds are still the heaviest driver in terms of investment, both in the money market and in the capital market. And that will continue to be, because it's projected that in 2 years' time, this 4.3 trillion will have gone to something like 7 trillion or so, which is possible.
On that note, we've come to the end of the program. Meantime, you can send us your thoughts and comments to Business Incorporated at channelstv.com. You can also reach us on Twitter. Thank you for watching. I am Bolaji Akinwale.